Hello and welcome. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the Recovering Hunbot. If you enjoy anti-MLM content, then you might want to consider subscribing. Today's video, I am going to share with you the info about Team Beachbody Success Club. And we're also going to look at what tracker is used by Huns as they're trying to reach Success Club, because that's where some money is. And I'm going to also reveal to you it's kind of like a team call, but it's not exactly a team call, but it is a higher tier Hun going through the Power Hour, which are all the activities on this tracker that I'm going to share with you, and leading them through how to complete this within 1 hour. If you would like to support me and the anti-MLM content that I create, the very best way to do so is through my Patreon. There's a link to that in the description. I've made it really simple, and there are 3 tiers ranging from $1 to $10 a month, and literally any amount helps. So let's go ahead and jump right in. There will be a link to this in the video description, but I wanted to go over with you what Beachbody says about Success Club so that you have a little bit of background, because I know not everybody is going to be a former Beachbody coach or a Beachbody coach who happens to catch this video. Success Club is a point earning system that rewards a coach for growing their business. Coaches earn Success Club points by selling challenge packs and home direct orders. Points help coaches qualify for special incentives. There are 2 levels of Success Club that can be earned: Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. Learn more below. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these things, but I do want to point out to you how you are told it's your business because of the words used right here: their business, growing their business. That is not something that Huns come up with. They're told this by the companies. So if you want to gripe about people saying how they have a business, it goes back to the MLM. Huns did not originate that. Got it? All right. Now let's look at how people qualify. To qualify for Success Club 5 or 10, the requirements in a given month are: 1, have a personal order worth 90 personal volume points PV or more on Home Direct, for example, Shakeology or Beachbody Performance Stacks. Typically, people do get Shakeology on auto ship. Literally, when you do buy Shakeology, it goes on auto ship. Number 2, earn at least 5 Success Club points to qualify for Success Club 5. Earn 10 points to qualify for Success Club 10. I'm not going to worry about the times below, but now let's check out how you earn these points. Earn Success Club points by selling home direct products to customers and new personally sponsored PS coaches. Now, here's the thing. Typically, the path is get someone to get a program, get someone to get a challenge pack, and within that challenge pack, there's going to be a month supply of Shakeology, and then they are in your little challenge group that month, and then you offer to them that they also can do what you're doing and become a coach and get a 25% discount on Shakeology. It's this win-win. It's this wonderful thing. So there is a pathway. So most people, though, are not able to find all those retail sales. The retail sales really only happen for a short period of time, to the best of my knowledge, because I know I have not experienced it, and I don't know anyone who has, where there's just a bunch of people running to get Shakeology or anything else. It's typically anyone who is a coach that's buying the products. Customer orders earn 2 Success Club points for a new home direct order or challenge pack worth at least 90 PV. 1 Success Club point for multiple home direct orders totaling at least 90 PV. Personally sponsored coach orders earn 2 Success Club points for a new home direct order or challenge pack worth at least 90 PV, must be purchased within 31 days of enrollment, meaning enrolling as a coach. 1 Success Club point for multiple home direct orders totaling at least 90 PV must be purchased within 31 days of enrollment. Now, below that is important. Only 2 points maximum can be earned for each customer every rolling 6 months. Home Direct generates for Success Club leads do not earn Success Club points. So this means Let's say that you purchase Shakeology from me today. Okay, I'm going to get those 2 points. And you're just a customer. Next month when you order it, I'm not going to get those points. I have to wait 6 more months until I get those points. So do you see how that encourages you to go out and, get more people? And the whole thing is that you're wanting to get them to become coaches, because once they're coaches, you are going to get more volume from them. And when you get more volume, then you can get what's called a cycle bonus, which ranges from $14 to $18 every time you cycle. And the amount of times you can cycle depends on where you are within the ranking system. Okay, now let's look at this Success Club system, because that's basically what I'm going to be sharing with you in a bit. What is Success Club system? The Success Club system outlines the specific activities to do each day to find new customers and coaches and help them get results. The Success Club system is comprised of a daily activity tracker that you'll use to keep you focused and consistent with proven actions to grow your business, and trainings to help you know how to do those actions. Where do I find the daily activity tracker? The tracker is located in the coach office under the training tab. Success Club system, you can also download it here. Where can I learn more about Success Club system? Go to the coach office and click the training tab, Success Club system. We're not doing all that because I'm no longer a coach, but we are going to take a look at this tracker. Okay, here is the tracker. So you can print this off and, have one for every week. But what I find so interesting is that this just gets you to recommit and recommit and recommit to the overall MLM itself, because it starts up at top with your why. Restate the purpose for supporting your coaching business. Your why is something that you go back to all the time. You have to remember, why are you doing this? What kind of life are you trying to build? What are you trying to leave behind? And that just further indoctrinates you in there. And mentally, it gets you to, when you make a commitment, just like when you say yes, you're going to go to a friend's, party or something, you feel obligated. So it obligates you. So you feel like you have to keep going. And I've talked about this extended reciprocity. It's another way to get you to feel like you have to keep giving back because you have been given this opportunity. And then you also include your quote target market. And so you've got to know who your ideal person is. Now, the funny thing is they don't really teach you anything about business. They want you to start selling immediately, but you're told you're not really selling, you're just sharing. And you also have this all connected to the 4 vital behaviors. Number 1, be proof the products work. That is one of the vital behaviors. Work out and drink Shakeology. Do you see how that is controlling your behavior? You have to do these things to be part of the, group. You need to be doing this. And then you track that you are following through on your workout and drinking Shakeology. Number 2, connect, invite, follow up. Another Beachbody vital behavior is invite, and it's invite, meaning you're always got to be inviting people. So here you have initiate connections and add followers. Takes 20 minutes to do that. Do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. Just 10 minutes to do that. Update Instagram or Facebook story throughout the day, about 3 minimum to create each post. Daily life, workout clips, product use, no brand name shown, because you don't want people to go to, Google and find out really what's going on. You don't want that curtain lifted. Healthy meal or meal prep, invitation, promote, group or poll or call to action, recognition, shout out. Now, recognition, that is another Beachbody vital behavior. Recognize, recognize, recognize. So you have 3 of the vital behaviors right here, all lumped into just the first 2 actions that you're going to do. Within the second action, you're also responding to all new likes, comments, or views, 25 minutes. Then you have to invite, and it's leaving it blank, X number of people. They're saying at least 5 to join a challenge group or learn about coaching, 15 minutes. So you are doing this to at least 5 people every single day. Now, I will say doing that again, it further entrenches you into the overall MLM. It gets into your mindset that you just have to keep going because you're told as long as you do these actions, you will have success. However, very few people actually do have any success with that. But do you see why people may, just keep going and going and going? They're told this is what you do. This is how you reach success. And they're listening to people who have, quote, gone before them, who have done these actions. So this is really all you need to do. And if you fail, of course, it is, that's on you. And at the very bottom here, we have follow up with people you've invited another 15 minutes. Number 3, get people results 30 minutes. Contribute to your challenge group. Got to go in there and, pump up everybody. Recognize achievement. That is related to the vital behavior of recognition. Respond to questions from customers and coaches. And I will also add in here that the thing is, unless you are a higher tiered Hun, the likelihood of your challenge group when you start running them on your own that anybody is doing anything is slim and next to none. It's really just snoozeville in there. So it's really kind of difficult to, keep yourself jazzed up, day after day, month after month, year after year, when you are the only person really giving your all, Number 4, do personal development. That is the 4th Beachbody vital behavior, is personal development. Personal development is something that reinforces all of these things about multi-level marketing, especially if you take action, then you will have success. And if you don't have success, then that's on you. It's all about holding the vision and, creating the life of your dreams by believing it. And then you write down your weekly results, the followers, challengers, number of coaches, success club points. And I will tell you this, mine would be, I'd get more followers, no challengers, no new coaches. To be able to do those things, that is extremely difficult. But they want you to think if you just keep doing this, eventually people are going to say yes. And they will tell you that the, quote, fortune is in the follow-up, that you just keep following up with people and eventually they're going to say yes. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes no really is no. But multi-level marketing, you just don't know how to take no. And then you have a second sheet of the person, so you can write down the person that you contacted, any notes, follow up. And quite frankly, this would not be enough space for me, but you know what? They got to do it nice and neat. And I will say the tracker itself, it's laid out very nicely. All right, now we're going to move on into the actual call so you can hear someone who has, quote, success as building a team. I want to say she's a 5-star diamond. A 5-star diamond means that to be a diamond, you have 4 people on each side of you because you have 2 legs, right and left leg. It's a binary system. 2 of those people have hit emerald. That means they have signed up a personally sponsored coach on their right leg and on their left leg. So total of 12. But if you're a 5-star diamond, you've gotten 5 of those people to hit diamond as well. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to just kind of listen in on what is being said, and I'll cut in ever so often and break down what is actually happening throughout this power hour. And don't worry, it's not going to be another hour because there's lots of times where there's breaks because people are taking actions because they're doing the activities that you have to do on this tracker, and also the person who's leading the call is providing little ins and outs of it. Now, something I'll probably do in the future, if you're interested in it, is the comments are coming in during this entire thing, and I do have those as well. And I think it might be interesting to you to see what people are saying as this is being presented. So let me know if you'd like basically part 2 of this where I, go over what is being commented. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and listen in. I'm getting to the actual, the call in just a second, but I wanted to let you know that the audio of the call is not the greatest. So you're just going to have to kind of bear with that. There's some of it that kind of comes in and out, and I'm not really sure how to fix that. So we're just going to have to bear with it. And I'll try to give you a recap of what is said so that you're not completely lost in case there's some key things that are just kind of mumbled out. All right, now let's get to it.
Just take a second to get yourself in the mindset of like, okay, it's go time, right? It is time for us to sit down, put on our business CEO hat because we are business, and ask yourself this question: how am I going to serve those who are watching? How am I people tonight? This tracker is a guideline for us, and while obviously check boxes on it for us to mark out, that are there for a purpose to keep us on track, they mean so much more than just checking off another item on our to-do list. So we're going to get ready tonight to really use that allow us to give to others. We don't reach out, connect, accept people as coaches, right? Like that's why we signed up this journey, and having that physical, mental, emotional transformation, learn a lot about people. So whatever it is, let's dive in and let's be productive. So Thursday, which is tonight, so we get to start off a brand new sheet. I like just talking about the purpose of having this strong why. We are becoming a coach for some reason, something that's really strong, that gets you out of bed every morning, that makes you get up, do your power hour for a week, or stay up late at night while your kids are asleep because you had a freaking chaotic day. But it is really going to be strong. That's going to help you push even when times are hard. So
this first part right here, it's all about getting you to commit, getting you to remember, why did you become a Beachbody coach? Why did you join MLM? You need to always go back to your why, because your why is supposed to be that thing that pulls you, that will cause you to take actions, even when you don't want to take actions, even when those actions don't really feel good. But anytime you just are wondering what's going on, this doesn't seem worth it, well, then your why's just not strong enough. Your why has to be something that will get you up out of bed and get you to take action. And typically it's going to be something like, don't you want to leave that 9 to 5 job so that you can have the freedom to live the life that you want? Don't you want to be home with your children so you can be present in their life? It's going to be all that sort of jargon that happens, which all stems from above, meaning the MLM itself, not necessarily from the Huns. They didn't think of this. But as you get further and further indoctrinated, and as you rise up in the ranks, you take on that story more and more and more so that their story is your story.
I hope everyone has already done is work out and drink our Shakeology, done our performance on, whatever it is. If you're chugging some Energize right now, I probably should have before I got on this call off, because that's what we do as coaches, right? We want to be a product of the product, making sure that we are out there following suit with our health and fitness journeys and sharing that with others. And while we're at it, second half, because quickly we're just going to go through the getting people results. So hopefully by 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you have contributed to your challenge group. Recognized achievement. Today was payday, rank advancement day. So if you were able to recognize someone on your team or in your network, that is obviously amazing. I don't know about you guys, I love doing this early in the morning, whether it's through DMs or emails. So go ahead and check those off if you have already done so, as well as personal development. And you guys just got done reading The Compound Effect. It was one of my favorite personal development books that I have ever read. So if you are looking for ideas, check out the comments as people are typing in. But personal development is not right headspace. If we are not we're not taking control of what's up here, it's going to be really, really hard for us to do that section right there, number 2, right? It's going to be really hard to fight and follow up if we are not in the right mental headspace going to that area, right? So you've done your PD, go ahead and check that off. Recommendations that are in the chats right now. I just ordered 2 books on Amazon yesterday. I'm a huge fan of like physical books versus Audible, but everyone is different. All right.
Notice how your behavior is being controlled because you're told what you need to do. You need to work out, you need to drink Shakeology, you need to be a product of the product. That's what coaches do. Also, the personal development piece. So, you are having your behavior controlled, you're also having your thoughts controlled through personal development.
Let's go ahead and dive in. So, the first area we are going to concentrate on tonight is initiating connections and adding followers. So this is going to be a time where I kind of intermingle the initiating connections and adding followers to responding to likes, comments, and views. I kind of just mix the two together because I feel like when you're responding to likes and comments, you're also connecting with those who are following you while engaging with them. So this is going to be a time for us to go through those who are liking our posts, they're watching our stories, and not to pop up in their DMs, but to just go to their page, like some pictures, right? Maybe watch their stories and reply. Especially if I found it helpful, motivational, or inspirational. And one thing that I wanted to talk about is this second part, or the last part of that initiating connections, where it talks about adding followers. So this is some place, it's like an area where a lot of people I feel like struggle. We get to this point where we feel like, well, we don't have enough people to reach out to, or I feel like I'm reaching out to the same people. If you are not expanding your network every single day and taking time to grow your following, you will reach that point eventually. But that's why we do this, and that's why it's on the tracker, because it is so crucial, right? I used to be a huge fan of going through hashtags that pertain to what I do. I'm a boy mom, I'm a young mom, so I would hashtag those things. But I have found more success by going to pages on Instagram of my favorite bloggers or interests that I have, or just funny Instagram pages in general, because on those pictures and those pages are in social media, but they also have similar interests as I do. So we have that as a level of connection. What to do is I find a page, maybe you're a huge Disney fan, or you're a golden doodle, cute boy mom. We're going to go to the followers, the likers, the commenters on that page, and we'll have several accounts. That's a great way to just add people that you have connections with. We'll also go back and comment to those who liked our pictures, have commented on our pictures, because this shows you're a real person, right? And that you want. And what we're going to do right now within this first 5 minutes is we're just going to go ahead adding to our network. So go to that page. Maybe you have a couple of.
Is it any wonder about why you, me, and people in general might be a little reluctant just to interact with some strangers online these days? Because you and I both know they're going to be trying to slide into your DMs, try to invite you, try to provide some opportunity, to you. Now, back in the day when I was doing all this janky stuff, I'll tell you, I was looking for people that I had, connections with. The Walking Dead, rescue dogs, just different things that, mean something to me. And did it help? It didn't help one iota. But by doing this, your behavior is being controlled. You are learning to do this on repetition. You're learning that these are the actions that you need to take, and they keep you more entrenched, more connected with the MLM because you are with like-minded people. It's all about surrounding yourself with people just like you, people that you aspire to be like, because it's like those first 5 people that you surround yourself with, it tells you a lot about a person. Have you heard that kind of garbage? Anyway, this is all designed just to keep you going along. It's to give you that illusion that by taking these actions that somehow you're miraculously going to have results. And I can tell you by experience, and I know plenty of other people, I did this over and over and over and over again, day after day, week after week, month after month, kept on doing it. And it didn't help one iota, because the thing is, people start to recognize exactly what the behavior is like. People will go and check you out. And these days, with the anti-MLM community being around, guess what? People can say, bye girl, really quick.
let's just focus on liking and commenting on their pictures. They're some of their most recent ones, or go to some of their followers. And if you see someone's page that you're like, this chick looks awesome, we're going to give them a follow. And my favorite thing to do, you hear it all the time, right? It's the 5-3-1 method, or the 3-1-1 method. Like 5 pictures, comment on 3, and then give them a follow. And I'll talk about what I do next. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and we're going to go through and do that.
Do you see how you're given this little formula? You're given a specific amount of time in order to like and comment on people's pictures. But earlier, she also told you to find bloggers. So if you're a blogger, be aware. There's some Hun somewhere, most likely going through your followers and trying to connect with them, because all they're trying to do is shield their MLM products on them. And the thing is, when you do this action, you start to feel like you're getting momentum. You start to feel like you know what you need to do, because you have a plan. You have this tracker, and all you need to do is just go through and do these particular actions. And if you do them consistently and for long enough, then you can't help but have success.
Okay, so that was 5 minutes. Hopefully you found some good accounts to follow and connect with. So as you're going through with doing that, you may have seen someone that you were like, wow, this person looks like they could be my people, right? Like, those are people that I vibe with. That chick could be a part of my tribe, and you don't want to forget about that person. And so something that I've started doing recently that Val actually talked about on Tuesday was creating categories. So if you have created some categories where you save pictures to of people that you feel like could be rock or people that you want to invite, let me see a raise of hands. If you have started doing that,
At this point, people are thinking, wow, I'm actually connecting with people, and I'm going to be able to build these relationships and invite them to my challenge group, and they're going to get Shakeology. They're kind of getting that perception because they don't know any better. That's really the bottom line. The thing is, though, whenever you join an MLM, you are the customer. It's not other people who are wanting these products, unless you go hounding your friends and family, or strangers in this case, because now you are building basically fake relationships. Because never, when you are connecting with people like this on social media, you always have an ulterior motive. And that ulterior motive is, I need to earn Success Club. So if I'm going to earn Success Club, I've got to invite people, and people have to buy things from me. That is always part of it. And there's something I really think about the energy of you, or just, I think it comes across, and especially today, because of all the people who know about Hun messages. People will sense you don't really want to be my friend. You're looking at me as a number, because honestly, that's the bottom line. I don't care how cute you think someone is or anything. The bottom line is, you want them to buy something from you.
but you can go through that list, friend those people, and connect with them. Like, for example, if it's a mom's group and I see that there's a mom who has 2 kids, maybe I'm expecting this June, what was your biggest shift between going from maybe, just having 1 kid to now having 2? So it's little things like that where you just strike up these connections. Or if there are people who are local to you, right? Like, hey, let's go meet up for coffee. We see each other at the farmer's market every weekend, or whatever it is. But it's a great way for you to do this on another platform as well. So let's go ahead and check off the initiating connections and adding followers. The next section of okay, how many of you guys posted today on social media to your actual feed, not your stories? Love it. Lots of hands going up. So great. I know depending on the time, I like to do it when there's a lot of engagement. So 8:30 at night, maybe it's great engagement for you. So if you haven't already thought of that post, maybe go ahead and do that and just figure out, maybe tomorrow's post, right? But we should be posting on social media just about every single day. You are your own brand as well. So maybe you like to share healthy recipes, or sharing pictures of you with your kids, or at your desk working on your coaching business, whether it's full-time or as a side hustle. Our Instagram stories and our feed is where we get to share ourselves genuinely. So we need to make sure that we are doing that consistently. Because guess what? The more that we do it, the more social we are being on social media, and Facebook and Instagram like to pop those out more frequently on our followers, we are showing up. And I think this is an area that can get hard for coaches because we get caught up in the comparison game on social media. You know, I don't have a ton of followers, or I don't get a ton of likes, or I'm boring. You know, my day-to-day isn't super exciting. Listen, you don't have to be the most exciting person out there. Just be more excited, because this is your life. Own it, embrace it, and share it with others. If you think that your life is bland and boring, well, it's ordinary, and a lot of people live that ordinary life. So by going on your story feed, what opportunity you have to give to people, like, wake up excited to live the life that you're living every single day. Share with other people how you're excited to go run errands, right? Like, or you're excited that you get to make a doctor's appointment and not have to take pee. You have the opportunity by sharing on your feed to show others how you incorporate this healthier lifestyle, this community, this job opportunity that coaching has given you. Do not miss out on sharing this gift because you're afraid to post, or you don't have pictures to post, or you aren't sure of what you should share because you're afraid of what other people may think, or your content's not going to be as good as another coach's. I think that's what our biggest holdup is when it comes to posting, or that we don't want to be sales, too much of our kids. What's the right amount of lifestyle posts to do? And these things can be hard. That's why we have to plan our content out. And I wanted to challenge you guys. If you are someone who doesn't post because you struggle with storytelling or sharing how this opportunity has changed your life, I want you to take a couple minutes later tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever it is, get out a notebook, a Google Doc, whatever it is, whatever you like to write in, and I want you to write out your story.
Okay, I think this really highlights why Huns post the minutia of their life. They're trying to get other people excited, and this higher tiered Hun is basically like, show your life. Well, let me tell you, it's not that exciting to see that I went to go get a mani and pedi no matter what time of day it is. But you're really trying to highlight how you're able to do things that the ordinary person with the 9-to-5 job can't do. And you can do all of this thanks to your MLM. And meanwhile, you're just supposed to be, connecting with all these people. And Chalupa is coughing, so you probably are going to hear that. Anywho, this just to me is another thing showing you of the behavior control, that you have this expectation that you're going to build this presence on social media. And I will tell you this, there is no one in our lifetime that's been able to build their presence under a false pretense. And quite frankly, doing this with leading with your MLM, it's completely false, because you're only doing that because you want someone to take action. You're trying to connect with people purely to sell them, but you're told, oh, no, we don't sell. We just share. That's a bunch of bunk. Unless you're selling to your downline, to people who join you, you're not going to make any of this. And if you do make any kind of bank at all, it's going to be minimal in terms of the time that you invest, in terms of the hours that you miss from your family, and not to mention the money that you spend running around doing all these different things, buying the products, buying things to help you out with your business, even though it's not your business.
I want you to write out who you were before coaching and using your products, and who you have become in the process. Whether you've been doing this for 20, you've been doing this for 6 years, write out everything that you can think about. So for me, before this opportunity, I felt stuck. I didn't know what direction my life was going in. I had honestly been going to college for a year and was just kind of burnt out from the major that I was in. I didn't have an outlet in my job to be creative or to be a leader. I needed affirmation from others. I made a decision, and I just craved feedback from other people. But now I wake up excited to take on the day, knowing that my hard work in coaching is what now allows me to stay at home with our kids. And I've taken on a role as a leader and helped other ladies grow their teams and grow their businesses. And writing this out is going to help you on those days when you're like, I really don't know what I should post about, or I don't feel like I've got good content to share. Go to that story, go to your story, and I guarantee you that you will take some nugget out of there, some problem that you had that Beachbody solved, that coaching has solved, that are these nutrition plans, these fitness programs have solved for you. And there's at least 10 other people on the other side that need to hear that. And that's going to give you that content that you get to share. Maybe you're like, hey, that's actually not my struggle, but like taking pictures. Let me tell you one thing. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Grab your spouse, grab a friend, grab a family member, get outside, grab some workout clothes, grab that outfit that makes you feel like $1,000,000, and just take some pictures. I've been very blessed to have a group of local coaches that I meet up with, and we'll go take content pictures sometimes. My sister-in-law just signed up as a coach, so her and I are taking pictures this weekend. And if you don't have that, like I said, grab a family member, grab your spouse, and if they don't like taking pictures of you, that's okay. Just go out there for 15 or 20 minutes. But this is going to help you so you don't feel stressed, so you don't feel overwhelmed when it comes to posting. And it'll make you just feel good having those nice pictures. Play around with presets, play around with edits, figure out how you want your pictures to look. But I think that right there is what's going to take away that, oh my gosh, I gotta do a post right now. Let me just sit down and think of something, right? Like, it takes out the stress of having to figure out what you want to post about, especially if you have your content planned out. It's like, okay, great. Monday I want to talk about something motivational, a quote from my personal development book that really struck me, and I get to talk about now how that quote has helped me in some way. And then you're like, oh, awesome, I've got a great picture that I can post with that. So it becomes very, very easy for you. And then you have this queue of pictures that you get to use throughout your week, and then the next week, and the next week. So you have things that you can post. And I'm not saying you can't post those sweaty selfies of like your messy bun and like your kids, whatever, because that's real life. But you got to change it up a little bit, right? You don't want every picture to be the same sweaty selfie, the same flexing picture in your garage. This is a great way to change it up. So if you did that, go ahead, check mark next to it. If you didn't, either post it tonight if you want to, if you've got good engagement, or plan out what you are going to post tomorrow. And we're going to go through right now and just check off if you've been posting your Instagram stories. This is something that we should be doing at least like bare minimum 8 times a day. Posting things that are not just our workouts. They're not just like us shaking up Energize or posting a picture of our Shakeology, right? Because we're so much more than just Beachbody. We have to share our everyday life. We share workout clips. We share those Energize shake up selfies, or the Shakeology selfies, or the healthy recipes, or whatever it is. So go through right now and just check off what you've shared to your stories. And let this be like a little gut check for you too. If you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, I only did 2 posts to my story today, and they were just workout clips. Like, how can you change that tomorrow? Because you want people, again, to see how you incorporate this lifestyle and this community into every part of your day today. And that's where they're going to see it. And that's going to help in our next section with inviting. Because if you go to invite someone, but you're lacking in sharing on your stories and on your Instagram feed or your Facebook page or whatever it may be, that invite is really not going to mean much, because those people are going to be like, well, what is Kara inviting me to? Right? What does Sarah mean when she's talking about this fit camp? I haven't seen her work out in 2 months. So you have to remember that everything that we do connects, and there's a reason and purpose behind it. So go those off, and then we are going to set a timer and go through inviting.
Now that we have been through the call, I hope you can see how much people are being controlled by just following this business activity tracker. Now what I'm going to share with you is part of the BITE model, and it's going to be behavior, and then we're going to look at the business activity tracker again through the eyes of the BITE model, specifically B, which is behavior control. And I have the book right here, if you can see that. Hopefully you saw the book. Anyway, it says, behavior control is regulation of an individual's physical reality. It includes the control of their environment, where they live, what clothes they wear, what food they eat, how much they sleep, and what jobs, rituals, and other actions they perform. And so in my mind, I'm thinking of this as all of these actions that you are performing as a Beachbody coach laid out for you right here in the daily activity tracker. So the first thing is, number one, is be proof that the products work. You have to work out and drink Shakeology. Those are both behaviors, right? Number two, connect, invite, and follow up. All of this initiating connections and getting more followers, posting on social media, updating your story, Instagram or Facebook, or maybe both, responding to likes and comments and that sort of thing, inviting people to the challenge group, inviting people to the coaching opportunity, following up with people, going into your challenge group and recognizing people, contributing in there, answering questions, and all of that. That's all behavior control. All of those actions are dictated by Beachbody. I in the BITE model is for information control. So I'm going to read again a bit for you. Information control is the second component of mind control. Information provides the tools with which we think and understand reality. Without accurate, up-to-date information, we can easily be manipulated and controlled. Deny a person the information they require to make a sound judgment, and they will become incapable of doing so. Deception is the biggest tool of information control because it robs people of the ability to make informed decisions. Outright lying, withholding information, and distorting information all become essential strategies, especially when recruiting new members. By using deception, cults rob their victims of informed consent. In the case of religious cults, this lack of honest disclosure most certainly violates people's individual religious rights. Okay, so we're not talking about a religious cult right here. We're talking about a business opportunity cult. But most definitely, you are robbed of information because you are led to believe all you need to do are just the things that you are being told by Beachbody. You don't need to go look and see what anybody else is saying about Beachbody. Just follow exactly what we're telling you to do. And in this instance, you have somebody higher up, so to speak, who has the information that you think that they have the secret sauce. They know the pathway. So you are going to listen to them, and that information will seep into you because you know if you just listen, then you'll have success like they do. The third component is thought control. Thought control, the third major component of mind control, includes indoctrinating members so thoroughly that they internalize the group doctrine, incorporate a new language, and use thought-stopping techniques to keep their mind centered. In order to be a good member, a person must learn to manipulate their own thought processes. Now, is there thought control going on? Most definitely. Why? Because you have to think good thoughts. You have to remember at the very, very beginning, you had to get the right mindset. You had to think about your why, because your why is the thing that's going to bring you back. They use that in a way to control you, to keep you in the thought that Beachbody is the way to success. Now let's check out emotional control. Emotional control, the fourth component of the BITE model, attempts to manipulate and narrow the range of a person's feelings, all or nothing. Either you feel wonderful as a chosen member of the elite, a top-tier coach, a top-tier Hun, someone really special and loved and part of a wonderful movement because you're saving the world through Beachbody. Or you are broken, unspiritual, have bad karma, are guilty of overt or sinful and need to repent. Try harder and become better, more devoted member. Guilt and fear figure mightily. However, most cult members can't see that guilt and fear are being used to control them. They are both essential tools to keep people under control. And that most definitely is used in any MLM, because you have that fear that if you work a 9 to 5, that somehow you are enslaved. And the only way that you can have freedom is through the opportunity. And if you're not having success, in the case of Beachbody, all you have to do is follow the 4 vital behaviors, because that is the pathway to success. It's been proven after all. All you have to do is look up to the people who are up above, those chosen elite people, and just follow in their footsteps. It's really all that simple. I hope seeing how this power hour is used helped you. If you're a Beachbody coach, I hope maybe it helped you kind of make that decision that maybe you should step away, that maybe this isn't really the opportunity for you, that maybe you need to rethink that, because most likely you're at that bottom level. And as that bottom level kind of person, you are doing nothing but helping somebody else get volume, helping somebody else make money. And even if they are making money, they're probably not making all that much. They're making you think that they have a greater income than what they do, because really, and the income disclosure statements don't give you the full picture, because they don't talk about the amount of hours you work. They don't talk about the money you spend, nothing like that. It's all just kind of this, fact-based with here's the numbers, but you don't look at the full picture. That's the whole thing, that anybody involved as a distributor in multi-level marketing, you don't look at the full picture because it's been clouded. Your mind has been altered. And the thing is the further that you get up in this shape, the more that you're doing it, the more that you believe it. You have to believe it more. Your belief has to be firm. If you've been taken advantage of from a multi-level marketing company, you can file a report with the FTC. There's a link to that in my video description. Also, if this video is something that you enjoyed, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know each time that I upload a new video. And remember, it is up to us to make sure that we are using our voices and we are sharing our experiences. And the thing that concerns me the most about multi-level marketing is the damage that people deal with after the fact. There's so much trauma that you have been through, and you may not even recognize that. And I think that is very dangerous. I full on believe that there needs to be some sort of classification in it's a DSM, diagnostic something manual, and the DSM-5 right now is what psychiatrists use for diagnosing mental disorders. I really think there is something very prevalent going on across the US and worldwide that MLMs are causing, because they play on what you want the most, and they really manipulate you, and you're just left with the fallout. And oftentimes in that fallout, you're angry, you're hurt, you don't even know how to put yourself back together, and there's no one around who is lending a hand saying here's the way. So hopefully this video has helped you. And remember, change starts now.